Okay, we're back. Hi, welcome to Creating Beautiful Shower Steamers. Supercharge your self-care with magic. Hi, I'm Jenny. I own Jen and Tonic. I've been making Jen and Tonic is a very small batch scratch-made bath and beauty and candle shop, for lack of a better term. I'm working on the ums. I'm sorry. I'm really nervous today. So, anyway, okay. So, I'm Jenny. Like I said already, I founded Jen and Tonic in 2018, and I've been making shower steamers ever since then. I didn't start making them actually until 2020. At the height of the pandemic, when we were all forced to be locked down, I noticed that like all of my friends were stressed and depressed and all sorts of stuff. So I decided to create a collection that I ended up calling the Luxurious Relaxation Collection. And shower steamers were one of the first things that I made with that. And here is one right here. So today we are going to be making actually shower steamers. Alright, so what are shower steamers? Shower steamers are a little puck of happiness that you put in the bottom of your shower. And they release aromatherapy as they kind of like melt and fizz and what have you. So as soon as they hit the hot water, they kind of start bubbling and fizzing and doing everything like a bath. They're kind of like a bath bomb, but for your shower. So they're super fun. And they're pretty easy to make. So we're going to go ahead and make some today. I think that shower steamers really elevate your self-care routine. Pardon me. Grab some water here. Shower steamers should really be essential part of your self-care because they're quick and easy, and they're just kind of a nice little pick-me-up to make you feel, just kind of better about your day. Let's see here. You may have noticed that today is February 22nd, and we were supposed to start this live stream at 2 o'clock. So the number 2 kind of factors in quite a bit today, and I wanted to talk briefly about the significance of the number 2. It symbolizes typically like balance, harmony, relationships, and cooperation. So that's just kind of wanted to bring that in because we like to do a little holistic, a little bit of everything here. So, okay. Today we are going to adjust our mindset so that the shower steamers we make are more effective. We are going to discuss how to blend essential oils like a pro. And we are going to actually make a batch of shower steamers. So, just a heads up, without Nathan here right now, he's kind of my tech support dude. Techie person today. So I cannot see comments. I don't even think my phone is in here. So, yeah, it's in the other room. So, I cannot see comments right now. I will address them as soon as I can. Hopefully he gets back quickly with my kid. Yeah, so that's it. First of all, let's start off with adjusting our mindset. Before I ever make shower steamers or any other product, I like to adjust my mindset according to whatever I'm making. So, for example, today I am making, I'm actually going to make my Refresh, Energize, and Purify. They were quick, easy, and I only have like one more batch to sell, so I've, kind of need some of those. But yeah, we're going to adjust our mindset. We are going to like ground and center, do some nice breathing exercises, and kind of visualize what our goals are with this, with making these shower steamers. Is your goal relaxation? Is it to kind of like, give yourself a little fresh outlook on life? Is it, it can be whatever you were trying to accomplish. Often, relaxation is and de-stress is at the top of my mind. Tell me I should have used one of these earlier when taking my shower for the day. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, also, if you are new and have been following along on this little weird journey, you might notice that I have remodeled slightly my kitchen. So, welcome to some of our favorite chefs. New stove, new hood, etc. I create all of my products in my kitchen. I am a home-based business, which is nice. It also does have its limitations, and then I stay pretty small batch here just because limitations. Pardon me. Yay, water. Yeah, so a little quick tour of this side of the kitchen. The other side is pretty well hit and filled with filming equipment right now, so all right, so we are going to when I say adjust our mindset, let's ground and center, kind of, like visualize yourself kind of pulling yourself into your center, into your core. Take a deep breath in and just kind of like, feel all of that energy coming in and flowing through like your feet into the ground. It's really helpful if you are not wearing shoes. I am wearing shoes right now because whatever. I actually don't like to work barefoot because I think it's actually unhygienic. I also usually have my hair tied back. I always have my hair tied back whenever I'm on camera or whenever I'm creating product, not when I'm on camera. However, it's not a really attractive look usually, so here we are. I am working with my hair down today. All right, so we are breathing, we are calm, we are breathing in calm energy, and we are putting any anxiety, stress, whatever is going on in your life today, we're putting it into the ground, and it can stay there. I don't need it, you don't need it. Why is it part of our lives? Okay, so now that we have kind of adjusted our mindset, I wanted to get into discussing what all you will need for today. On my website, I put up, actually I think I said this, I sent the links out. If you registered to save your seat on the website, you should have gotten an email earlier today with the, that tore off, with the recipe card, and it's printable. I have not uploaded the printable version of it yet, as I just created that a couple hours ago. Pardon me. And there is also a sheet with ingredients and materials that you will need for today. Both of those, both are PDFs, and they should have come over in an email to you. If you are not, I will put them up this afternoon on my website, jenandtonicbeauty.com. That's all one word, no. It's www.jen, Jen, and and tonic, TONIC, beauty, BEAUTY.com. All right, so for the ingredients and materials that we will need, you will need, hang on here, let me actually get these out of my way. These are just, as I sell them, they come in a box. There's 3 in a box. I individually wrap each one in little foils. And this is what they look like. Aren't they pretty? All right. So, for materials, you're going to need a bowl for mixing. I like to use a colander as a sifter. Measuring cups. Measuring spoons. I'm creating a slight avalanche over here, don't mind me. I also just realized that my microphone is unplugged. So, that's amazing. Sorry, my and my laptop microphone is not facing me right now, so I hope the audio is at least okay. Anyway, you all seen spatulas, a whisk, and I think that, oh, and a spray bottle of witch hazel. Pardon me. As for ingredients, you will need baking soda, citric acid, whatever essential oils you want to use. I think that's it. All right. I'm going to go check. Give me a moment here. I'll be right back. I'm going to go plug in my microphone, and hopefully that doesn't kill the stream. There. Is that better? I hope the sound is a little bit better. Hang on here. Let me also grab some more water. Just because I am a thirsty girl today. Oh, and you will also need shower melt molds. You do not have to use, these are the ones that I use. I got them off of Amazon. I know. You don't have to use them. Pardon me, that hair is really bothering me also. You don't have to use these. You can use whatever you want. There's actually something in this one. And that one. You can use things like, let's see here. We'll get into that here in a moment. You don't have to use those. Those are just what I choose to use because they embody my brand and what I like. I think they're really pretty. Hey, Cleo. My cat just wandered into the kitchen. She's really confused right now, so also bear with me. Okay, so we have covered a lot of things so far. Okay, so alternatives to, I wanted to get into the ingredients that you'll need today. Baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, whatever you want to call it. You probably already have this on hand if you do any baking at all. Or, you know, use it for cleaning. I use it for cleaning quite a bit, but not always because it can be a little abrasive. I buy it by the 50-pound bag because I make a lot of shower steamers and bath bombs, and that's kind of the main ingredient in both of those. Citric acid, I'm not sure if I can think of anything. Could you use like powdered vinegar? Possibly. I'm not sure on that. I would just stick with citric acid. So if you have, after this workshop today, if you have extra citric acid, say you bought like a 1-pound bag of it or whatever, and we're only going to use like a half cup, pardon me, you can, you know, there's other things you can use it for. You can actually use it in place of like vinegar or lemon juice in a recipe. Most citric acid, everything of citric acid I've ever encountered is food safe. It is the magical stuff that makes Sour Patch Kids sour. Any sour candy. It is, you know, citric acid is what does that. So you can certainly use it in cooking. Pardon me. Essential oils, use whatever you like. Today I am making a blend that I already have made up. Yeah, hi Petey. What's up? You're so cute. That is my Cleo. She's my cat. She's very cute. She loves to be on camera, so she's a little ham. Okay, essential oils. Use what you like. We'll go over here in a little bit. You know, different rules, I guess, of essential oils and what have you. What else are we going to need? Witch hazel, like I mentioned that. I do use the kind with alcohol in it. 14% I think is the stuff. Unscented. Otherwise it's going to affect the outcome of your shower steamers. And yeah, I just put it in a spray bottle and then we spritz it to kind of get the right texture. Let's see here, what else? If you have a bunch left over after this and you don't normally use witch hazel in your life, I am a super fan of witch hazel. I use it in so many things. It is the basis of my, I use it as a toner daily. What I actually do is I infuse rose petals into it. I'm extra like that. And then I use that as my toner. But I'm like, it's a great little kind of cleanup. It's a great little cleanser type thing. It'll tighten your pores. So I'm like, it's great for skincare. I actually use it in my, it's the basis of my bug spray. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff you can do with witch hazel besides just, using a couple spritzes here and there for your, pardon me, for your shower steamers. Yeah, what's up, cutie butt? Again, more water. Okay. Let's see here. Next up, okay, we have already gone through the materials that you will need. I think I have everything out here. I really hope that I don't. So I wanted to get back to the shower steamer molds. If you don't have these, it's fine. Pardon me. Well, I drank this entire bottle of water or whatever before the end of this live stream, possibly. If you don't have these, that's fine. They're kind of expensive. I did include the link to them in the ingredient material sheet. If you don't have these and don't want to buy them, that's fine. I get it. You can use like a muffin tin. What else? I was thinking of some other stuff this week, and I'm drawing a blank right now. I should have written it down. But I'm like, you don't have to use these. You can use, an ice cube tray would be a very effective thing for, especially like the silicone, especially if you get like a fun cocktail like shaped one or stuff for cocktail ice. That could be really fun. Otherwise, you can use these for things other than shower steamers. You can also make, I think they're technically soap molds, so you can make soap if you're into that. You can make candles and put them in. I've seen candles in this. I don't quite, as a candle maker, I can't quite figure that one out, but that's all right. I use different stuff for my candles. I don't really make I make container candles. I don't make loose, tea light, votive type stuff. So, let's see here. Okay, that's pretty much what all we will need. Now let's discuss how to choose essential oils like a pro. I am a huge advocate of using what you have on hand. So if you have some essential oils, maybe you have some lavender for whatever, or you've got some rosemary on hand or tea tree, that's fine. Use whatever you have and what you like. That is the main thing. I have a lot of people come up to me and be like, ask me when I'm at an in-person event, if you can, they try to blend two different essential oils. It just didn't work together. So, I mean, my best tip for that is literally how we kind of determine things here is uncap your essential oil that you want to use. Take a sniff over them, see if they work together. If they work together, great. If not, that's fine. You can, keep trying without actually losing any essential oil because I know they're expensive. I am also not here to advocate for any MLM, like doTERRA or Young Living essential oils. Those are, I use them, essential oils, for, I use them, so I tend to buy them wholesale. Because I'm not the end user. I'm using them to make a product. Nothing against those brands. If you want to use one of those, if you're beholden to one of those, if you are one of their sales people, if that's what you want, by all means, go for it. It is just not what I choose to use. So we talked about essential oil brands. Now let's get into what are essential oils and how to use them safely. I don't know, drop a comment and let me know what your favorite essential oils are. What's your favorite scent? That's often where I start with a lot of things. So essential oils are highly, highly concentrated plant material. They are literally the essence of the plant. Um, every plant has them, but then essential oils basically manipulates them to make them even more concentrated. So they are very highly concentrated, and for that reason, they come with safety rules, at least in Jen's world. Um, a lot of people tell you not to blend more than 3 essential oils at a time. I say you do you, boo boo. Most of my blends have 5 to 7 essential oils in them. So, and I kind of like, like some just tend to smell stronger than others. My lavender is like super soft. It's beautiful. My peppermint, as a rule, is very strong, so I tend to use it in smaller ratios in a recipe. Um, there are certain essential oils that will absolutely overpower anything else in whatever recipe you're doing. So you might want to dial that back and use those in a little bit less concentration. Let's see here. After that, let's see. We're going to get into essential oil safety. Pardon me. Number 1 rule. Number 1. Never, ever ingest essential oils. Don't put a couple drops in your water. Don't add oregano essential oil to your spaghetti sauce. Use the actual plant. It's so much better. Because they are so highly concentrated, it's just simply not safe to ingest essential oils in any concentration ever, period. Some are not food safe, etc. Also, in that vein, you are never going to use them directly on your skin. At least you don't want to use them directly on your skin. If you have ever, there are 2 that come to mind that really stand out to me as if you put them on your skin undiluted, it burns like hell. And that is, one is peppermint, and the other one is tea tree. They just sting, they burn, they can actually leave you with chemical burns if you use enough on your skin without properly diluting them. So that being said, that brings us to rule number 3, which is always properly dilute your essential oils. I typically use a 2% concentration because that is generally regarded as safe for all skin types. Shower steamers, you're not actually you're not really going to have that much contact with your skin. So I don't stress about it too much. But I do like to keep them in that 2% range just in case, just because. So that's 2% of your total formulation. No more than 2% should be essential oils. So I'm like, there's a little leeway if you infuse your own herbal, do your own herbal infusions, which I do sometimes. You can use a little bit more because it's not as highly concentrated as an essential oil. If your essential oils are diluted into a carrier oil already, a lot of people will put them in fractionated coconut oil or sunflower oil or jojoba oil, etc. Almond oil, something along that line. That's fine. 2% is kind of your rule of thumb, and it's actually a really easy calculation. General guideline is 2% is going to be a teaspoon per cup of overall aggregate material. So, in this, in the recipe we're making today, it'll make about a cup and a half of product, and you're going to use about a teaspoon and a half, more, right around there of essential oils completely. All right, let's see here, what else? All right, should we just get to making them? Let's get to making them. All right, so when you are making your essential oils, there are a couple of, when you're making your, not essential oils, when you're making your shower steamers, don't mind me. I'm going to grab some water before we get to this. When you're making your shower steamers, there is an order of operations, kind of more or less, for lack of a better phrase, that will help you make better shower steamers all the time. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put your citric acid in. Okay, we're going to go in with a half cup. I am using a measuring cup, not the liquid measuring cup. This is a dry measure. So if you're using like the, I don't have one readily just out of hand here. But yeah, this is not quite enough. If you are, train of thought. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Kid just got home, and if you got home with them. Okay, so half cup of citric acid, and that is the first thing into your mixing bowl. There are reasons for going in this order, but citric acid is the first thing absolutely in. Next up, you're going to want, I'd like to sift my baking soda. And here we're going to use a cup of baking soda. Again, also using dry measure. I'm not super particular in this. I tend to overfill the cup a little bit. But I do always use a dry measure cup, not the like pourable liquid measuring cup. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And then I'll put this right into my colander here. And I will take my whisk and make a big mess everywhere. Okay. Alright, so that is baking soda on top of your citric acid. The baking soda is going to kind of act as a barrier between any of the wet ingredients we add in, so like your essential oils or your witch hazel, which we'll get to in a minute, and prevent them from activating the citric acid too early. That's the reason why. So we have that. We're good to go. Now we are ready to start adding in essential oils. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and use, actually, yeah, that's whatever. I have a set of measuring spoons here. I think these actually came with the measuring cups, I think. I'm trying to remember if those came with another set or not. But anyway. Alright, so we're going to start off, and I'm going to do a half teaspoon of lemon essential oil. I'm sorry. Half, right? Yeah. Half teaspoon of lemon essential oil. And just dump it right on top of the baking soda. And I have these all turned around so that they're in the correct order here. We're going to go rosemary, and we're going to go a half teaspoon also. I have this lovely little tool that helps me open essential oil tops. And thank you, Nathan, for that, because it's amazing. Alright. This rosemary oil is organic. I kind of like to make them spread all the essential oils also out as I'm pouring them in, so they aren't all globbed up in one giant clump. We'll get to that here in a minute. Alright, next up we are doing lemon eucalyptus, and we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of that. Okay, and 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint. Again, if you're using just like one essential oil, 1.5 teaspoons total. And this one is the peppermint essential oil. And honestly, I'm going to be really transparent with you guys here. I refilled these little bottles from my giant, massive bottles that I buy essential oils by the pound, basically. Alright, so that's everything for the, down to that size. Now we are going to do 1/8 teaspoon, which that set does not have on it. We're going to do spearmint. last but not least, an eighth of a teaspoon of grapefruit essential oil. This is one that I actually like to use pink grapefruit. It's not organic. It's one of the few that I don't go organic on. And there we go. We have this kind of spread out a little bit in here. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but when you were putting the baking soda in over the citric acid, you kind of want to make sure that the baking soda is like fully covering the citric acid for the same reason we talked about earlier, and that you don't want to preemptively activate the citric acid and get it to like start fizzing in your bowl. So now we're going to go in and we're going to whisk and combine this very thoroughly, breaking up any lumps as we go. I like to do a little spin move here. Yes, you can do this in a like stand mixer. It creates a lot of dust and particulate matter for inhaling, and I don't care to breathe that in myself, so yeah, I'm like, otherwise I'd be working in a mask. This does not, if you're kind of whisking it your own, if you're whisking by hand, it's a little easier. You're not going to have as much particulate matter in the air. So if you are someone like me who's allergic to dust, that is certainly a concern. If you have asthma like me, that is also certainly a concern. So, fun fact, I also like to whisk clockwise, bringing in good energy. If I were to go counterclockwise, I would be eliminating negative energy from the mixture. Okay, and that actually looks decent. I haven't made a batch this small in years. I don't know. Pardon me for being a little out of my element. Alright, so this is looking pretty good. There aren't any really visual clumps. I mean, it's kind of starting to stick together a little bit. But I'm like, you can see that the baking soda and citric acid have kind of come together. What you're looking for here technically is a like a kind of a wet sand consistency. And also, yes, my house does smell amazing right now. Alright, now here's where your witch hazel is going to come in your spray bottle. You should already have it in your spray bottle. I didn't do that earlier because I use this a lot. And we are going to basically, once we have this fairly well mixed, or very well mixed actually, we're just going to go ahead and kind of spritz. And I like to do, for this size of batch, I'll do about 6 spritzes of witch hazel. 4, 5, 6, and I whisk in between each one, because I don't know if you can see it or not, but your citric acid will activate. And then I blend as I go, like I will mix it in as I'm working, just because, you don't want a big spot of that and your citric acid to all be activated, and then it's not going to do anything in your shower. And it's going to, like explode out of your mold or whatever. So, alright, and then also, you may need more or less. I'm like 6 is kind of just a guideline for this particular batch. If it is precipitating outside, or you're in excessively humid conditions, you're going to want to use less. Maybe go like 4, maybe start at 3 and see how you're feeling. If you're, if it's super dry where you are, maybe you live in like, the Southwest where it's always, very dry, you might want to use a little bit more just to make sure that it all comes together and isn't too loose. But you were kind of looking for this consistency. It looks and feels like wet sand. You can feel it. Yeah. And so now we're just ready to load them into our molds. Again, you don't have to use this particular mold. I like to scrape down the sides of my bowl as I go. I often work with either when I'm whisking or when I am at this point of the process. I like to work kind of like scrape down the sides as I go and work my way from like the outer part of the bowl, the edges of the bowl into the center. So, all right, we're just going to pack this in here. And you want to get it fairly densely in here. And boom. That's pretty well done. I kind of like to scrape off the edges a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's coming up a little bit right now. It will continue to do that. It's just the nature of the product. So let's go ahead and do another one. I do like to very slightly overfill these. This should make about 4 shower melts, shower steamers, whatever you want to call them. Again, I like to pack it in with the back of the spatula while I'm working. If a little falls out at that point, it's okay. Just pack it right back in and keep going. Finally, make sure that your shower melt molds are clean if you are using shower melt molds or whatever you're putting these in. Make sure your ice cube tray or whatever is clean. I do like my shower steamers to be a little bit larger. I just spilled all over my table. That's amazing. I like them a little bit larger, that way they last for like the duration of a shower if I'm taking, a decently long shower. These are kind of this particular blend is my favorite for kind of like for getting a fresh start or just getting some fresh energy in the situation. Whatever situation. Okay. Alright, and then I will go through, and we are done with this now. I'm going to go ahead and put that off back there for now. Alright, and I'm going to come in. I actually use a different spatula for this. I had a large spatula at one point with this set, and it broke. So I have since learned to use a little spoonula there from this set and this spatula. You're going to want to kind of come through and just make sure, if there's like any cracks or any imperfections on top, that those are kind of gone. You can kind of clean up the edges here a little bit with the point. And I will kind of go through just kind of tamp it down more or less. Like smooth over, if you can, any like cracks. You can see like a slight fissure right there. Yeah, just make sure that's thoroughly packed in there, and you are good to go. That was pretty easy. Bye, Cleo. Cat hopped out of here. She's a tripod. We adopted her back in 2019 from Cat Welfare, which is cat shelter down the street from us, and she is just a little amazing thing. She has been my little buddy for the last 6 years that we've known her. So she is my pride and joy and my everything. She is my favorite kid. Don't tell my human one that. All right, so we still have a little bit a little kind of crack almost in this one. I'm just going to kind of try and work that together. Just press it down kind of firmly. And I usually do this on, it's a little easier to do on a steady surface. But yeah, if you can see, a couple of these are getting like little bubbles up in there. So you just kind of want to come through, thank you, Nathan, and tamp them down occasionally and periodically. Okay, and finally, the important part is, okay, so congratulations. You have now made your first batch of shower steamers. And, pardon me, we are pretty much good to go here. That's fine, you can just leave that stuff. That's cool.
I'm just trying to make room for you.
I appreciate it. So, congratulations, you have just made your first batch of shower steamers. How soon can you use them? You're going to want to let these sit in the molds for about 24 hours. I don't know, I typically like to work late at night, and then I will unmold them like the following evening. So, maybe more like 18 hours later. I do actually have a couple that I made ahead. And to remove them, all I do is just kind of pop them out. And there you go. And then, but so you can use them after about that 20, as soon as they come out of the mold, about 24 hours later, you can go ahead and put them in your shower and they'll be wonderful. If you want to let them sit and kind of cure for a little longer, that's wonderful too. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, congratulations. We made it this far. Let's see here. Okay, I think that is about it. I did want to go ahead and introduce and make you guys an offer. I am starting I'm going to be starting a members only kind of area of my website. I'm not fully settled on a name yet, and I just downloaded the software yesterday. Hi, Cleo. She's back. But you guys will be invited to it for a super special opening introductory price kind of thing, and I'll keep that going for a little bit just because we had so many technical difficulties today. Sorry about that once again. Yeah. So I'll keep that posted on social media. We'll kind of get it going soon here. I haven't really had a chance to set it up at all yet, so I want to get through that in the next week and get that going in live. I'm thinking intro price will be like $5 to join, and in there you will have more. You'll have access to more in-depth workshops like this. Like I will teach you how to make bath bombs in there, but I'm not going to do that as a free workshop. And I do want to do the free workshops like a few times a year. I'm contemplating in April for the next one, and then after that I haven't decided. But and I'm not sure what we're going to make yet. I'm thinking maybe bath salts, just because they're fun and they're easy and they're a great gift. So yeah, just stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this today. I hope you learned a lot, and I look forward to seeing you on ginandtonicbeauty.com in the members area very soon. All right, thank you. Peace out. Have a great Saturday.